Hey everyone, welcome back to Transgender Talk Time. For my new friends that are joining me, my name is Ashley. This is my online journal where I documented my transition. This is a very hard episode for me to make, so if you would please pull up a chair and we can catch up. I'm sure that you noticed that I changed how I did the wording on my introduction. Sure, you're probably curious why I did that. Just stay with me if you would, please. I've actually written something here for you, and I'd really appreciate if you could just sit back and listen to this letter that I've written. I have actually worded this letter exactly how I want to say this. I'm going to be reading it directly from my iPad, so I won't be looking at the camera as much as I normally do. Anyway, let's get started. To my friends, family, and those who have supported Transgender Talk Time, the preceding 3 years have been transformative beyond my wildest dreams. For the first time in my life, I truly embraced myself for who I am. Simply put, I started to learn to love myself and accept myself with my flaws. It has been a wild ride filled with growth, adventure, and loss. I have grown on a personal level as well as a spiritual level. With that said, don't assume that I am religious. I am spiritual, and I have a personal understanding of my higher power as I understand it. I also have had situations that have happened that were out of my control. Things that I would have never asked for, things that have hurt. I would like to give a brief summary of the past 3 years. I came out publicly on August 14th of 2021 via a drunken-fueled Facebook Live video. Some of my close friends and one stranger knew before that, though. In February of 2022, I started my HRT journey. I literally took my very first dose of HRT on camera with those who have been following my journey. To those that have been here from the beginning, I want to personally thank you for having helped me find direction in my life through doing these videos. In December of 2022, I actually moved away from the Florida Keys to live with my best friend Kenneth in Morrisville, North Carolina. While living there, I lost my relationship with my daughter for the second time in my life. I faced lots of discrimination, transphobia, and homophobia. This was a very rough point for me. In March of 2023, I celebrated my 1 year of sobriety with my AA home group in Key Largo, Florida. During this trip back to the Keys, I rekindled a friendship with an individual that I thought was going to turn into a person that I would have a long-term relationship with. I actually moved back to Key Largo a month later as a way to not only further my professional career, but this said relationship. Within a week of arriving to Key Largo, I experienced being raped by this individual. I haven't spoken about this very much, but I will not be pursuing any legal action. Forgive me. But I will not be pursuing any legal action for this incident. I have forgiven, but I have not forgotten. During 2023, I came to realize that the happiness that I was chasing back to the Keys was not actually still there. A chapter had closed, and I was roiling in turmoil. I hit some of the lowest lows I have ever gone through, mental health-wise. I was actually placed into a mental health facility against my will, and I managed to lie my way out of the facility. Because of this, I lost another person that I thought was a good friend. I still haven't spoken to her a year later, and that's okay, because like seasons can change, so can the people in our lives. I was also given a diagnosis that has shed some light on my personality and why I respond the way I do sometimes. This diagnosis has been helpful for sure. I was actually diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. In September of 2023, I actually moved up to stay with my best friend, Rosa, outside of Asheville, North Carolina. I went through some really bad mental health episodes that truly made me think that I was going to end my life. However, with time and effort, I was able to climb back out of that hole. I currently feel like this is the most stable I have been for as long as I can remember. I truly feel like my mental health has become more positive and level. However, I still had this feeling that I was missing something. Forgive me. However, I still had that feeling that I was missing something. That something was my scuba diving. More so, the fact that I was not currently teaching scuba. With that said, I ended up moving back to Key Largo. I arrived on Easter of this year. I was faced with many obstacles that I never thought I would have to deal with. This year has been fraught with many tribulations, financial insecurities, potential and real homelessness, social loss, etc. In the last 3 years, I have also gotten to go to my favorite country for diving and spent a week there diving, as well as teaching some scuba classes while I was there. I got to visit with my daughter for my birthday during April of 2022. I actually got certified to teach for 2 agencies that I believe in their philosophies. I've met some really cool people, and I've made some lasting friendships that I am grateful for. But there has been 2 things still nagging at the back of my mind. These 2 completely different things are also tied together in a way that resonates with me. The first is that I'm 40 years old now. I have been alone since my divorce officially ended in July of 2018. While I didn't deserve a relationship when my divorce finalized, I have grown and am actually deserving of a relationship, and I am capable of being a positive addition to that relationship now. I have attempted to connect with people on an emotional level, but none have come to become anything more than just a friendship. Secondly, I truly feel and believe that I have started my transition too late in life. I was 37 at the time that I started. And that being said, I think that anyone who decides to transition has the right to choose when the right time is. It's a personal journey resulting from a personal choice, and I have zero holdings in the choices of someone else in regard to their body. For the last year, maybe year and a half, I've been questioning my transition. I have weighed this from every possible angle. This has not been an easy decision to make, and I truly believe that this is a decision that I made for the best. It is with this that I say to you, my dearest friends, that with all things considered, I have officially decided to terminate my transition. I will not be continuing my transition further. I have already come off of all of my HRT, and I am currently attempting to reintegrate socially as male. This has been a decision that was not made lightly. I made this decision after weeks, months, and many sleepless nights weighing all of my options. I will also be moving away from the Florida Keys. I know that financially it is not sustainable here for me. I am, however, attempting to put an honest effort into finding a way to prove that statement wrong. I plan to make the official decision to move away by the end of August of this year, 2024. This decision will be made by whether or not I can find a job that will make this sustainable. Also, there is another variable in need of mentioning. My heart and feelings that I have for someone. I will be visiting with her at the end of this month. I have true and honest love for this person, and she knows that, and we have spoken about all of this. And who knows what the future holds. I am open to moving back to Tennessee if a chance to actually rekindle the love we have for one another presents itself, as long as it's done organically and not rushed. I would like to do this the right way. So what does this mean? So what does all of this mean for Transgender Talk Time? Is this the end? Sadly, yes. I cannot thank you all enough for the love and the support that you've shown me since I put up the first video. I will not be closing the channel. It will stay open as a resource to those in need. I will also maintain the comment sections and continue to offer support as well as advice when needed. I will always love and support the transgender, non-binary, and gender non-conforming communities. For those that are interested, I will be starting another channel called Ashley's Crazy World in the near future as an artistic outlet where I will be exploring all sorts of oddities, haunts, music, serial killers, dark poetry, etc. I would like to end this with another thank you for having been so supportive to me over all of these years. Thank you so very much. I love you all so much, and please don't hesitate to reach out. With love and respect, me, motherfuckers, it's Ashley. Everyone, I want to reiterate one last time how grateful I am, how thankful I am, how much I appreciate all the love and the support that's been shown to me in this channel, the interactions I've got to have, the friendships that I've been able to make. It is with a very heavy heart that I have to say that that's all the time that I have for this episode. And that I hope you're doing well, you're taking care of yourselves, that you're being safe. Remember that I love you all, and I'm here if you need me.